She's on probation and breaks it by drinking. But when she gets to court, she has an excuse ready and says her ex forced her to do it. The story is not believable. She fidgets nonstop, picks at her face, and talks over the judge. It's a frustrating mix of excuses, confusion, and immaturity. The judge had previously said jail was mandatory for violations, but it's not enforced. And in the end, this woman asks the judge for something outrageous and bases it on the way she's chose to live her life.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry?
I plead guilty.
Ma'am, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you are given this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you heard the allegations, correct, ma'am?
I was low-key forced. If I didn't, I
No,
was.
Ms. Coltier, you're being asked yes or no questions. We'll get to the explanation part momentarily.
Yes, sir.
So, ma'am, you heard the allegations, correct?
Yes, I did.
As to the allegation that you tested positive for alcohol, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
And you've gone over your advice and rights for probation violation purposes with your client, with your attorney, correct?
Yeah. I'm a
Yes?
very short person, to be honest.
What's that?
Nothing.
No, what did you say about a short person?
Never mind. It's fine.
Okay. And you understand that by entering into a plea today, that you'll be waiving some of those rights.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. And you understand the possible penalty in this matter, and the recommendation by the probation department is for you to continue and complete all terms of probation, pay a $50 probation violation fee, 30 days on the alcohol tether, 5 days jail, suspended. Do you understand that that's the recommendation?
Can I not get in the jail suspension?
I want the jail suspended. It means that they won't put you in jail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I'm simply asking you if you understand what the recommendation is.
Okay. Can you repeat it for me one more time?
That your probation will continue and you have to complete all terms of probation. You pay a $50 probation violation fee, 30 days on the alcohol tether, and 5 days jail suspended. Do you understand that that's the recommendation?
Yes, ma'am.
You also understand this court could adopt the recommendation in full, in part, or not at all.
I do.
Knowing all of that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Guilty.
So is that yes? You want to continue with your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea?
No.
All right, counsel, if you can please run to your client.
I'd like to direct your attention back to May 7th of 2025. Did you submit a test per probation order to test for drugs and alcohol?
Yes, I did.
And you will stipulate that the May 7th, 2025 test indicated use of alcohol, correct?
Yes.
That's because, in fact, you were basically coerced to drink by a significant other, but you understand that that is not a defense, it's an explanation, but you did put alcohol in your system in violation of your bond conditions, correct? Your probation conditions.
That is correct. I was in physical harm, but yes, that is correct.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate. The court will accept your plea to the probation violation. Indicate technical violation number 1 will enter. And counsel, as to the recommendation.
Your Honor, I recommend they be adopted. I did speak with my client. I'm sure she wants to address the course. She was in a very tumultuous relationship that got very mental, if not physical. And at some point during the relationship, she was threatened to drink. And I understand that that's a bizarre situation. And I wish that there was a way that we could have advised her during that time to leave, call the police. But she has since discontinued that toxic relationship. She understands it's violations, not coming in here with any excuses, not coming in here asking to not be held accountable. She understands, but that's why I believe the recommendations are appropriate, and I'd ask they be adopted. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so ma'am, I'm slightly confused. You were forced to consume alcohol?
Yes, ma'am. He had been drinking himself. He had a couple shots, and then he asked me like, "Why can't you drink?" Like he was just like in his own world, and because I've spoken about my like me having probation, and he just kept going, and I let him know, like, hey, I can't, dude. And then he said, if you don't drink this right now.
Drew, you froze. Oh, never mind. Drew's back. Drew's back. All right.
I'm sorry, my
We're back
phone
on
had overheated.
Okay, we're back on the record. That's okay, ma'am. All right. And so what were you saying? And so I lost you at if you don't drink this.
If you don't drink this, I'm gonna beat you up. And his whole like demeanor changed. Like he didn't seem like he was playing. And he made me drink it. And then he just like left me alone about it after.
And so what did he make you drink?
Made me drink Jim Beam. That's what he had bought. That's what sister that night. So
What's that?
that's what he had bought with his sister that night.
Okay, so ma'am, my question is, was it one drink, one shot, one sip? What were you forced to drink?
I don't know how much was in the cup.
You had to drink a whole cup?
Yeah.
So, and where were you when this occurred?
I'm sorry.
Where were you when this occurred?
At my address previously of my previous like housing. His address, home.
So,
Huh?
why didn't you just leave knowing that you couldn't drink any alcohol?
I'm sorry.
Behavior. Why
He
didn't
was
you just
cornering
leave?
me and being aggressive.
I'm sorry, I was
I
talking
thought
to
that
you.
drinking the alcohol would make it like him stop.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
was still asking you a question, so I missed part of your answer. My question was, why didn't you leave based upon his threatening behavior and the fact that you were not allowed to use alcohol?
That was not my mental space. I didn't have anywhere else to go. I should have like just figured it out and just went like, somewhere, anywhere. Yeah. But
And so you've relocated and you're no longer in that relationship?
no, ma'am. I'm living with my sister.
Okay, and you notified probation of your new address?
I'm sorry.
You notified your probation officer of your new address?
No, ma'am. I haven't yet.
So when did you move?
I moved about 4 days ago.
Okay, well, make sure you're doing that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The court's going to adopt the recommendation. You're to continue and complete all terms of probation, 30 days on the alcohol tether, 5 days jail suspended. So if you don't violate anymore, you won't have to serve that jail time. If you violate again, you will have to serve that jail time.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're gonna have you email into your probation officer by 11. And she can give you the information regarding the tether, and you can give her your new address.
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you, have a good day.
Ability that I would be able to eventually get off of like probation early.
Well, ma'am, you can't now because you just had your violation. You have to go for at least 3 months without a violation. You could have at the 6-month mark, it
I'm
appears.
sorry, I couldn't hear you. My alarm went off on my phone.
You would have been you potentially would have been eligible at the 6-month mark. But now that you have this violation, you have to wait. You can't request early discharge until at
I have
least.
everything pretty much finished. I'm sorry.
Ma'am, I'm talking. Stop interrupting me, please. I was still talking.
Yes, ma'am. My
So
phone is also lagging.
now that you have this violation, you will probably have to go until the end of your probation, which I believe is August,
This is
correct?
literally drowning me, though. I make $12 an hour. I can barely afford myself a home. I'm currently looking for another job. I'm sitting here and I'm trying to pay y'all. I'm trying to do what I can. This is literally the whole reason why I was in that situation, dude. Like, I'm literally I need to do something. I've been doing volunteer work. I've gotten like 8 hours out of like 70, whatever. I believe it's 72 that you requested. I've been looking for another job, okay? That's like more beneficial to my financial situation.
All right, can you hand me that, hand me your file, please?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
So, let's see, ma'am, you were sentenced August 21st of 2024. And when this court sentenced you, ma'am, the court ordered 75 hours
Okay.
and to clear up your warrant. And in fact, this court ordered mandatory incarceration for any violation. And I didn't send you to jail today, I suspended that jail.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Have you completed the chemical awareness program?
Yes, I finished it. I finished everything except for my volunteer work and my payments.
Okay. Well, ma'am, did you set up your payment plan through probation?
Yeah, I've only paid like $50 though.
What was your monthly payment?
We didn't really set one. I was trying to just put in what I could each month, but
Ma'am, I understand that funds could be tight, but even if you send in $10, that shows that you're still making an effort.
thank you.
But you've only paid $50 on your $1,450 balance since August.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm
That
sorry.
doesn't tell you for diligent effort.
I also only make $12 an hour.
Okay.
Not since August. I have been trying to look for another job though.
Okay. So,
I was making $15 an hour, and then I was in management $18 an hour. And then I ended up getting this job because I couldn't live over there anymore, and it was 30 minutes away. Transportation is not. It's so.
okay. So, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
have you cleared up your warrant out of Tennessee yet?
No, ma'am. I have no way of like affording that though either.
Have you contacted the court?
Yes, multiple times. I've tried Zoom. I've tried, hey, can we negotiate something just to figure out, something? They said no. They said basically I just have to turn myself in, then I'll get a court date. That's just how it is.
Okay. Okay, well, ma'am, the court ordered 15 months probation, so at the 7.5 month mark, you would have been eligible, but this violation is here now, so you have to wait at least 3 months to make sure that all the other conditions are.
I literally have to go through 3 more months of drug testing, $20 each time I go. Like, that's okay. I will though, because it's court ordered and I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to mess up my life. Just trying to fix it.
Okay. And ma'am, you've not been brought before the court for non-payment as a violation, so, and I didn't send you to jail today, even though I ordered.
But this also country really does suck because, I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Yes, I understand that now. I did not know that. I was not aware of that, and I apologize.
All right. Please email in to Ms. Shaw by 11 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
Please email into Ms. Shaw by 11 o'clock.
Giving her my address, my new address.
Yes, you're going to email into her. You're going to give her your new address, your new employment place, and to get the other information that you may need. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a good day.